What's up, you majestic what the fucks? This is The Inner Idiot. Welcome back, you majestic what the fucks. It's almost like we never left. We're here in the Dimwits and Dummies studio for like a little time paradox thingy-majig. I hope you enjoy it. Let me introduce everybody. We got my beautiful co-host, Lord Shorty Hoffman.
That's right. I'm here.
He's here. He's almost queer. We got Ryan back, the Todd Father 85.
What's going on? How's everybody doing today?
And we got the beautiful Becky.
Hi.
Hi. That's all she's got, but that's all right. That's all she needs. She brings a lot to the table.
She's the
regardless.
quietest out of all of us. That's why her sitting in the corner was just like, I'm here. How you doing?
I was trying not to be loud.
You did a phenomenal job. And Becky, I've never heard you get loud, so it's all good.
Not once. So this show is coming to you from the past, listeners. So we're gonna theme this on time travel. So today's top 5 is really just gonna be a collection of thoughts from all of us. If you could go back in time, what would you do? Or if you could go forward, for that matter. I don't care. Shorty, let's start it with you. What would you do?
I'd go back to May 1938.
Give me significance here.
It was the first appearance of Superman.
Okay. Would you change anything, or you just want to be present?
I'd want to buy it.
Oh, right there.
I'd come back right now.
Fuck, dude, you never have to work again.
I know. That's the point. I'd go back to May 1938, and then I'd come back. I would go back to, or I would travel a little bit forward and go to June of 1939.
Okay.
So, how much is that worth right now?
The last time it was sold, which probably about 5 or 6 years ago now, it sold for $12 million.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
that's a good one. I like
now,
that.
it's honestly not like the highest grossing one, because the highest grossing comic book ever sold was $22.3 million, which was Amazing Fantasy number 15, I think it was, which was the first appearance of Spider-Man.
Oh, fuck.
But that was actually, like, they held a charity event for that. So a lot of the proceeds went to charity and stuff like that.
Right.
And they published the fuck out of it, like, really amped it up or whatever. So that was pretty cool. And that was back in 2003.
Damn.
So, but Action Comics is, like, one that was, like, just, hey, we have this thing to sell. And, like, it spread by word of mouth because, like, holy fuck, the first appearance of Superman is being sold here. And, like, everybody from everywhere. And DC actually, like, Warner Brothers bought the comic book.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because it was from a private collector or whatever, like somebody like me having it. It was like, hey, I want to sell this and I want to do this.
And now I want to never work again.
Pretty much. And then there was another one that was really cool. The first appearance of Batman, fucking Detective Comics issue 27. They did a thing back in the, 1997 or whatever is when it was sold. It sold for $450,000.
And you just know this shit off the top of your head.
Because I've researched it. When it was sold or whatever, the guy who was selling it, he himself was adopted by, like, he was an orphan or
by
whatever.
Batman?
Huh? No.
Oh, that'd been much cooler if he was.
Because of the context of the hero and his backstory, he used all of that money to build like 15 orphanages.
Fuck yeah.
So like that was a really cool cause, and he didn't tell anybody about that until well after he had sold it and whatnot. And then later they found out that he had done all that, and they gave him like way more, like Warner Brothers and DC Comics like gave him way more funding and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
To really help him out and do that shit because they were doing a huge thing.
Fucking dope.
Yeah, and one of the orphanages, of course, is called Wayne House of Wayne's House for Lost Boys.
Nice.
Which
That's
is
neat.
which is a callback straight from the comic books, which is really fucking
Dope.
cool. So, a lot of this stuff goes to charity and shit.
All right, Ryan, you going back, forward? What you doing, man?
I kind of want to go forward and just kind of see what happens. I get past all this fucking COVID and lockdown and shitty presidents and just shitty era that we're living in. So, protect everybody. We gotta protect Betty White at all costs.
Betty White got to protect that woman.
Yeah, he go into the future or whatever. Is Betty White still alive? No. All right, when did she die? I need to go back and save her.
Right.
So, but also, I don't know if you guys heard, but yesterday, was it yesterday? So yesterday or the day before, Debo from Friday had just recently passed away.
Did he?
And that's crazy, 'cause that's one of the staples from my childhood, was watching not only him in all the Friday movies, but also him being a huge WWF fan.
Right.
Back in the day, he was one of the premier wrestlers back in the early 90s before he started actually doing movies. So it's just kind of, sad to see somebody like him.
Damn.
Fucking 2020, man. Becky, you going backwards or forward?
I don't know. I guess backwards because that was the question.
Well, he asked if you were going back or forward.
Yeah.
Where would you go if you would go back?
I don't know. My first thought was coffee.
Oh, your first thought's always coffee.
So go back to the beginning of the coffee timeline and see what it's like. Try different coffees. I don't know. That's what I got.
You are reliable if anything else.
No, that was my thoughts.
Hey,
I
no,
don't
that's
wanna go
cool.
back for
I mean,
anything,
fuck
really.
it. Learn the history of it, dude. Honestly, if I could go back, I would go back to the time of Jesus and shit, just to see all the hype. You know what I'm saying?
Just to see
See
the
all
hype.
the hype.
That's the history I know is coffee history, so that's what popped into my head, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're into. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back for comic books. He's going forward to say Betty White, which is totally dope. You know what I'm saying? And then, where would you go to, Todd?
Oh, dude, I got a ton. Let me just start off by saying I'm going back to the beginning of the goddamn year. And I'm telling Kobe Bryant, don't get on that fucking helicopter. All right?
Yeah.
First and foremost. And then I'm going back to when I first discovered cheesecake and pie. And I'm be like, hey, don't eat that shit. All
It's
right?
bad for you.
It's bad for you and it tastes horrible. That's right. I'll straight lie to myself. I don't care.
But will
Now-
you believe yourself?
Probably not, but I'll still try.
That's what I'm saying. We've talked about this before on air. You know what I'm saying? If you go back in time and tell yourself something, you know what I'm saying? Would you listen? You know what I'm saying? You said you'd go back and beat the fuck out of yourself. I'll never forget that. But if some asshole comes from the future and says, "Hey, I'm you from the future. All dope. Do we have flying cars?" Nah, motherfucker. Listen. Pop, 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 pop. Nah, dude. I ain't listen to that asshole.
No. Man, but there's so much I'll go back and do, man. I would definitely go back and meet Tupac
Sure.
before he passed, dude. There's so many people that I just want to meet. And you know what? I probably would go meet Jesus just see what the hype was about.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's a great motherfucking answer right there.
Because, I mean, as I do have faith, you know what I'm saying? So, it'd be kind of cool just to see what's up. And,
Be at the party where he turns wine to water.
yeah, dude, check it out, man.
Could
I'd
you-
want to go to the temple where he starts flipping over tables and shit. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck the establishment.
He was flipping over tables and shit?
Yeah, dude. They were doing commerce and deals. They basically turned the temple or whatever into a marketplace. And that's still highly frowned upon. You know, a lot of temples and whatnot, or churches or whatever, you're not supposed to turn it into marketplace. But they were doing open sales and shit in the temple, and Jesus come in there what the fuck, and started flipping tables and shit.
He better have been screaming thug life the whole motherfucking time.
I don't think that was a thing back then, so
Well, I'm going to go back and teach it to him. So when he's flipping them tables, he just thug life,
I'm pretty sure
motherfucker.
Jesus would be no, son, and then talk to you, and you'd be like, man, Jesus, you're right. You got it, dog.
You might be right on this one. All right. That was our top 5 for the day. Our top something. There was something in there. I don't know if it was 5. But
Close enough.
it was enough.
Here's our top some amount of numbers
Yeah.
of when we'd go back or forward in time.
Yeah. I'll probably go to next week too. Be like, hey, dude, change your underwear before Wednesday.
Are you wearing new underwear, Tyler?
I am not wearing underwear at all. I'm wearing tights today.
Tights?
Tights. You can't wear underwear under tights. That shit don't work. Does not work.
What?
Yeah. Tights. Look at my goddamn legs. I'm wearing tights.
Why the fuck are you wearing tights?
Cause they are fucking majestic. They hug your nuts so well. And when it's cold outside, you still want to wear shorts.
Becky, I have a question. Feel free not to answer. But
No,
do you
please
wear
answer.
do you wear underwear under yoga pants or anything like that?
Yeah.
See, those are tights.
No,
What
yoga
is-
pants are completely different.
No, they're not.
Not really.
Tights or yoga pants for men.
But I mean, I also have different things going on down there, so I don't know.
Her underwear aren't as bulky as mine either.
I'm just saying.
I've seen them. I've put them on my head.
I believe you. I'm just saying, I mean, just get a pair of boxer briefs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what I wear.
okay,
It's a lot of cotton.
I got it. But, like, those are basically tights. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna try it next time I wear tights.
I'm just saying, bro, like, you're missing a step here. Because, I mean, if you fart, you're getting shiticules on your tights, not your underwear. You know what I'm saying? Like, your underwear is made to stop those.
Dude,
Like ketchup.
you've heard my farts. If I fart, dude, my fucking tights and underwear ain't the only thing catching
I understand
shiticules.
that because,
That
like,
shit's in the
if
atmosphere.
you fart right now, we have to evacuate the office. We have to, like, I'll probably have to repaint because it's all going to come off the fucking walls. You know what I'm saying?
I hear no lies.
Like your underwear is supposed to help stop that a little bit.
Well,
and
now my tights
you
help
just
it.
got rid of that fucking, like, that extra layer of protection we're supposed to have us as a community. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even looking out for your tights anymore. I'm looking out for our well-being.
Well,
It's not for you, it's for us.
Yeah.
well, you know, it's like a mask. My mask protects you. Your mask protects me, and my underwear protect the world.
Right.
All right,
And you're
And
just
our
not doing it.
eyeballs.
dude, the tights are strong.
Oh my god.
The tights are strong.
Yeah, but that little extra layer, homie, that would save us all.
All right. Well, let's take a break for one of the people that we're going to break for. And then we'll come back for a special This Day in History.
All right.
Greetings, humanoids, goblinoids, and all the other oids in between. Do you like talking about Dungeons & Dragons? Do you enjoy listening to other people talk about Dungeons & Dragons? Or talk about any other role-playing games? If you say yes to any or all of these, join me and Autumn Midas on the Dimwits and Dummies podcast, an open discussion on our take on how to improve your game from the perspective of game master to player characters. Embrace your flaws and learn that everyone loves D&D. They just don't know it yet.
Do. On this day in history, I don't know what fucking day it is. I don't know what day this is going to be published. And like I said, I'm from the motherfucking past. But you ever think, if you ever listen to your voice, it's always when you were younger. It's just like every picture of you is when you were younger.
Yep.
My mind is blown. So
You just said that. Like, how did you just think that thought as you were saying it?
yeah, I just processed it all right now. Dude, it's not all right. So, because of this, Shorty, you're going to take the reins on this day in history, and you just carry it away. Keep it under 3 hours, sir.
Okay, well, the first one that comes to mind is the establishment of the Justice League. That happened on December 29th, 1959. And when I talk about the Justice League, a lot of people assume, like, the most common iteration that they see, which would be the Justice League we know currently today as far as the movie goes. And in the comic books, it's slightly different, but the very first iteration was Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter, and Green Lantern. I believe the Flash might have been in it, but I'm not 100%. But yeah, it was Martian Manhunter has been there the whole time, and a lot of people just mistake or forget about Martian Manhunter.
I know, that's horrible.
And to me, it is a huge crime because Martian Manhunter is one of my favorites. Everybody forgets about the poor guy.
And he's so OP.
Yep.
And he doesn't assert it.
No.
So
it's-
basically, the Justice League cartoon was more accurate than a movie.
Yes, and it's most of the time it's going to be like that, especially the modern iterations of the animated movies. Those are way more accurate to the comic books than anything. Like, me and Camden were having a discussion earlier today about, like, what is canon and what isn't canon. And he was like, well, the movies are in the, like, different universe, but they are still published and made by DC and Warner Brothers, so they should all be considered canon. I'm like, well, you're not wrong. So, but, like, because I'm so heavy dived into the comic book aspect of it, like, that to me is my canon. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, there's that. Another one notable is Mystique on December 13th of 1977. That beautiful blue-skinned body. Hoof. She can literally...
She could be anybody you want her to be.
Anybody, dude. Like, she's one of my favorites.
And she's Marvel, which is weird for you to say you like a Marvel character.
Well, no, it's not weird. I love a lot of Marvel characters. It's just the last, 15 years of their comic books have been absolute dog shit. And I'll fucking fight that. I don't care.
Hey, I got one quick one for you.
All right.
On this day in history, December 14th, 1985, our old boy Todd Father 85 here
Yep.
was born. Happy birthday to you, sir.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
'Cause
The
we don't-
legend was born.
That's right. That's right. All of us pale in comparison. Let's see. Oh, God. Who else do I want to mention? Okay. Everybody's favorite, Deadpool. Came out on December 11th, 1991, just right after my birthday.
You know, unpopular opinion here, but I like Deathstroke better.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Sure.
People don't realize Deathstroke came out before Deadpool.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the writers at Marvel and some of the artists or whatever were like trying to make their own. They wanted their own Deathstroke, and of course, they were actually the guys who created, one of the guys who created Deadpool was actually a roommate with the guy who created Deathstroke, and like they would talk or whatever and bounce ideas off of each other. But Deathstroke ultimately like ended up in DC, obviously. So when they wanted like, hey, we want to make this character and we want to do this, Marvel was like, well, you can't. And they're like, fine. We're just going to literally copy and paste
Right.
and change a few things. And there's Deadpool. Wade Wilson is Deathstroke. Slade Wilson is Deathstroke. Wade Wilson is Deadpool. So, yeah, it is a carbon copy. And it is like, and it's honestly those two writers like poking fun at each other. He was like, well, basically like, hey, here's my homework, but change it a little bit so you can tell I'm not, you can tell you're not copying off of me. So basically that was it. But they did a lousy job of not hiding it.
No, not at all.
And so, what's really funny is some of the early early depictions of Deadpool in the comic books or whatever, he does a lot of stuff where he'll like goof up his own name. He'll say Deadpool, and like he almost says it. You'll see a stutter mark in there, and it's pretty funny. They did a lot of writing like that.
For me, when Deadpool was, he used to troll the shit out of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Like in a lot of the Spider-Man comics, whether it was Deadpool's comics or Spider-Man's comics, when they would appear, he used to troll the absolute fuck out of Spider-Man. It's some of the funniest shit I've ever read.
He'd show up in Spider-Man comics or whatever, and Spider-Man like, why are you in my city? He's like, oh, my writers got bored. And Spider-Man would be confused because Spider-Man like
Didn't break the fourth wall.
Right, because Deadpool's the only comic book character, as far as Marvel goes, at least to my knowledge, that breaks the fourth wall continuously. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't Squirrel Girl break it when she beat Thanos?
I don't fucking know. I hate Squirrel Girl.
Yeah,
I'm not going to bring her up.
Hey, I got a funny Deadpool story, actually.
All right, let me hear it.
So I went to see the Deadpool movie.
Which
All
one?
right? The first one.
The first one.
Now, I had an old couple sitting next to me. It was a man and his wife. Now, if you've seen the first Deadpool movie, you'd understand that this might be an uncomfortable situation, right? So every time something fucked up would happen in the movie, I'd look over to this old lady to see her reaction, because she was sitting literally right next to me. All right? So every time, like when Deadpool's banging his old lady, I look over at her. You like that? You like that? All right. So I had, pretzel with some nacho cheese, some nachos. I had too much nacho cheese, I think.
Okay.
All right. So, I get the bubble guts while I'm sitting there, and there's probably like 45 minutes of the movie left. I'm like, you know what? I got to go to the bathroom. And never in my goddamn life have I had uncontrollable farts. So, you've been in a theater if you got to walk by somebody, and I'm a big man too. So it's like, it's a little harder to get past people. So I stood up. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. So I'm inching in front of this lady, like, excuse me, I'm sorry. And I blew ass. Right in her fucking mouth.
Asshole.
And her husband didn't say a goddamn thing. But then I blew ass right in her husband's fucking mouth.
God.
I did not mean to. And I'm up high in the fucking auditorium. So every step down the steps I take, dude, walking farts. I don't get embarrassed. I was fucking mortified. I had to start laughing so maybe people would think I was doing it on purpose. So
were they like loud boisterous farts where you
yes.
guys could hear them? That's awesome.
So I get out of the theater and I take my dumper And I'm like, you know what? I can't go back in this motherfucker. I go to the door of the theater and I watch the movie through the fucking door because I won't even go back in this motherfucker, dude. That's how embarrassed I was. I don't get embarrassed.
That's fucking awesome.
But this poor old lady done had to sit through a movie she didn't want to see and then have me, of all people, shit right in her face.
See, you don't know she didn't want to see it.
I don't know. She looked pretty uncomfortable even before I shit in her face.
Oh, well, maybe.
But yeah, that's my funny Deadpool story.
That's awesome.
And it was right after he had mentioned Drive-By when he fucking farted in the old lady's face in the movie.
Yeah.
So it was even greater. So this old lady probably thinks I shat it in her face on purpose. I did not. Look, shit-faced lady, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I did not mean to poop in your face.
You know, you say old lady. I wanna honestly think that there is nobody above the age of 50 that listens to us.
Oh yeah, no, we have like 2 or 3 listeners that are over 60 somehow. I hope it ain't my motherfucking grandparents. If it is, Granddad, Grandma Ruth, I love you guys. This is all an act. Okay?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Oh, thanks, guys.
No,
Thanks
it's
for throwing
not.
me on the bus.
Anytime, brother.
Oh.
And Deadpool's better than Deathstroke.
No.
No, wow. See, now them fighting words, dog. And I guess everybody would like to know that Iron Man came out on December 10th of 1963.
Nah.
I mean, I know some people are fans, and I'm not going to knock them. You know, like, Iron Man in his early days was super cool and had a lot of dynamic things about him, and they've kind of robbed him of those things over the years or whatever. Like, him struggling with his alcoholism and stuff like that, you know, Demon in a Bottle storyline. Like, that was some of the best writing Marvel has ever done.
And what's crazy is it would have really, really, really worked out with Robert Downey Jr., considering his past
Yeah.
lines up directly with that storyline.
Yeah. And I honestly, like, that's why, like, I find it, you know, I liked Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Like, I really enjoyed his thing of it because of his past and his struggles and stuff like that. You know, when you get a character that you can also relate to or whatever, like, hell, they've started depicting the comic book character not Robert Downey Jr., but comic book Iron Man, Tony Stark, as Robert Downey Jr. to look like him. So the last 5 or 6 years, every depiction of Iron Man in the comic books looks like Robert Downey Jr. And that's to me like one of the highest honors you can get.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely. Definitely.
Like if one day that I get turned into a comic book character that's reoccurring and stuff like that, like I will have made my history that I could ever want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Like
For
if
sure.
I
To be
if I had
immortalized.
to make a wish, that would be it. Like I just want to be turned into a comic book character
Which
that stays
one?
around. I don't care. I really don't. I just want to be a comic book character that
Would
stays
you want to
around.
be a new one or one previous one?
I'd like to be a new one. I'm not exactly sure like what I could do because it's in this day and age it's so hard to come up with a new character and keep them relevant. And I don't want any of the ones that I love to change. You know what I'm saying? Like if you, like they're getting ready to bring out a new guy to be the new Batman. And there's already a lot of hate toward it. I'm really excited just because I want to see the writing and what they do with it. But Bruce Wayne will always be my Batman. You know, just like whenever they tried to redo Superman and bring in Connor Kent or Jonathan Kent, you know, one of those guys, Clark Kent will always be my Superman.
For sure.
Diana Prince will always be my Wonder Woman. Does not matter who that, you know, Cassie Sandsmark, whether that she steps in the limelight, she's Wonder Girl. She's not ever going to be Wonder Woman to me. You know, now the Green Lanterns have done a really good job of bringing in new characters. You know, you have Alan Scott, which was the first one, Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner,
John Stewart,
and then Kyle Rayner. Like all these guys, and then even currently, they introduced Simon something, I think his name is. I can't remember his last name. He doesn't have a lot of appearances, honestly. And then Jessica Cruz. She's honestly one of my favorites. She's got a statue up here somewhere.
I know, I've seen it.
Yeah,
at one
Jessica
point.
Cruz, Green Lantern. Yeah, but she's one of the newest Green Lanterns, and she's really cool, and she has a lot of really cool personality and whatnot, and writings really well. So, but I mean, like Green Lantern's the only one, and the Flash for that matter, have done a really good job of iterating new characters to take up these mantles or whatever.
It's so weird to see with the comic book like movie scenes, like how DC is such a great comic book, but then their movies are kind of subpar.
Well,
Some
I
of
think
them.
I
Some
think
of them.
a lot of that has to do with you're trying to translate too much, where like people are accurate in saying that comic books, DC has too many gods.
Yeah.
and Marvel has a lot more humans. When really that's not the case, but Marvel is really good at keeping everybody on the same power level,
Right.
and DC isn't. DC has such a high power level that it's hard to maintain and keep in scope for a live action movie. Where in comic books, it doesn't translate. You know what I'm saying? You read it and you're like, okay, yeah, that's completely possible. But when you put it into live action, you're like, that's fucking bullshit. There ain't no way.
Right.
Where in Marvel, they've done a really good job of pushing back the heroes and whatnot. And
I just like how they took Aquaman and took him from this orange and green looking.
dude, I was never more excited in my life for a change of character outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that I look like Aquaman, just a foot and a half shorter, dude, I have never been more excited. Everyone's like, oh my God, you look like Aquaman. I'm like, fuck yes, I do. Fuck yes, I
Back
do.
in the day, those were fighting words.
Yeah, right? Like, how dare you tell me I talk to fish?
What? I like butthole?
Yeah.
No.
All right, so that was on this day in history. We're
You're
going to take a
welcome.
little break for the sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hey, Ty, if you wanted to make a podcast, how would you do it?
Spotify Podcasters app, of course, or hell, even the website.
Do they have any way you can edit audio and help with organizing your episodes?
All that and more. You can reach out to listeners and have feedback with their Q&A feature, and it distributes it to all other major places you listen to podcasts.
I just looked, and they got a video podcast set up and editing tools here, too.
So all you got to do is sign up at SpotifyForPodcasters.com or get the app, and you're done.
Damn, it's just that easy.
And now we're going to go to a little blast from the past. Ryan, you was around when this whole thing first started, before the podcast, when it was just a YouTube channel. You were there for it. The very first video ever, we played this little game called Put Some Sauce on It. Here's the rules, guys. I ask the questions. You give the answers. I decide the points. The points mean everything. All right?
They mean absolutely fucking nothing.
We're going to
Got
see who
it.
wins. All right? Keep your answers not short, but not long. All right? Give me 10, 20 seconds an answer.
It's pretty
Less,
fucking
whatever.
short, but continue.
Well, I mean, get your point across.
You're already losing at your own game.
All right.
Thanks, Beck.
We're going to start
Appreciate
with
it.
you, Becky. First question is peppermint or cinnamon?
Peppermint.
100%, dog.
That final answer?
Yeah.
All right, Ryan, peppermint or cinnamon?
Peppermint. Cinnamon's fucking gross.
And the only reason I say this, like, the only reason I'm saying peppermint is because, like, what are you, like, straight taste? Peppermint, 100%. If you're using it in cooking, I would say cinnamon. Because, like, when you bake and shit, you're going to use more cinnamon than you are peppermint. You know what I'm saying? Like, just straight taste, peppermint, 100%.
The only time cinnamon is acceptable is in Fireball. That is it. I can't do the cookies. I can't do the candies. And,
There's some cinnamon in fucking chocolate chip cookies, dog.
oh, well, that's acceptable.
Well, Shorty, you get the point on this one. You redeemed it. Everybody else sucks. Next
Just
question.
like cinnamon.
We're going to start with Ryan on this one. Fuck, marry, kill. Betty White, Demi Lovato, Taylor Swift, and go.
Wait, what?
Fuck, marry, kill. You got to fuck one, you got to marry one, you got to kill one. Betty White, Demi Lovato, Taylor Swift.
Oh, God. Well, we can't. See, this is. So I guess we're going to kill Demi Lovato because I can't kill Betty White. I guess we'll have sex with Betty White just because she's probably got 30 years of experience.
Oh, she's got way more than that.
I'm just saying. And then I would have to marry Taylor Swift.
All right, Shorty, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to kill Taylor Swift off the rip.
Okay.
Like, do us all a huge favor. I'm going to fuck Demi Lovato and marry Betty White because she's wife material if I've ever seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Betty White is the golden girl.
All right, Becky, it's on you.
I was going to go with exactly what Shorty said.
Yeah, see, she knows how to do it. She knows how to do it.
All right, so here's my thing. I feel like Betty White's vagina can do one of two things.
Be
One.
majestic.
One, it's either going to suck the life out of you to extend her life, or it's going to make you goddamn immortal too. All right?
It's not going to make it. It's not going to make you immortal. Look at all the people who've died.
How many people? But do we know who she's banged?
It doesn't matter.
Who
They are dead, probably.
Who has Betty White taken to Pound Town?
We don't know.
We don't know. She won't disclose that information.
That's
She's a
one.
proper
That's
lady.
one thing I can say. She's almost 100 years old. We've never known anybody she's ever fucked.
Right.
See,
Probably
this.
why she's lived so long.
That's right.
You never know. She might have not given it up.
And as long as Taylor Swift was the one dying in this, we were good. All right, next question. Shorty, we're going to start with you. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Chicken.
Becky?
Coffee.
You can't
that
eat
count?
coffee.
You drink it. It's different.
I'll accept it. Ryan?
Oh man, one thing. It's gotta be pizza. You can eat pizza all day, every day.
Ryan, you, sir, just got 5 points. All right, next question. Becky, we're starting with you. I think I know the answer to this. Favorite comic book character?
Oh God, this is gonna cause some arguments.
No, I'll be good.
I like Deadpool.
And that's okay. You're allowed to like who you want to like.
I feel very, I don't know, on the spot.
Oh, that's right. You're like, Ryan, on you.
I mean, is it like one from each? Because I got one from both.
I'm not going
or
to hold
just
any
overall?
judgment against any of you. Just
Well,
let that be known.
I mean, because it's just hard, man. Because if I had to pick, it's between Spider-Man and Batman. Just because growing up over the years, those are the two I grew up on. Those are the two that, as a kid, you grew up on watching all the animated Batman series, and the movies, and the comic books, and everything in between. So,
All right, let me just tell you this. One of these is going to net you a point, and the other one's going to lose you a point.
I know which one's going to net me the point because I know you.
So how much do you want to win right now?
The points don't matter. We know this.
We know
The
this.
points mean everything.
Okay, what's the prize? Like Becky asked, what's the prize?
Winning.
I
Goddamn
see.
winning.
Take your pick there, dog. I don't give a shit.
It's just going to be Batman.
That's a point for Ryan. All right, Shorty, you're up.
Now, see, this is a convoluted question for me as well, but like on a different scale.
But that's what I'm saying. There's so many different characters and there's so many different things. But like just from influencing and just an influence in my life, just growing up.
Sure.
That's why I made.
And I would say like the biggest influence on my life would be Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the character that I was like when I was 2. I could recall like watching all these the animated series and everything like that, just like you said. But honestly, like it depends on the storyline or whatever that I'm reading currently. Because I'll flip, my favorite back and forth. Now, granted, I own the most Batman merchandise out of anything, but they also make the most Batman merchandise out of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when growing up, I was watching the Justice League Unlimited cartoon show. Wally West, the Flash, was one of my favorite characters because he was the comedic relief, but he also had, his own struggles and stuff like that. And then you had Roy Harper as Arsenal, Green Arrow's original sidekick, Speedy. He was one of my favorites because he was one of the most dynamic characters in the comic books and in the TV show or whatever, because they dealt with his drug addiction and stuff like that. And that was like, wow, how could somebody deal with that and be a superhero and slowly overcome it? You know what I'm saying? Like something that really hinders you. So I mean, like there's so many different aspects.
There
of this.
can be only one.
That's such a hard point. That's
we're
such a
doing
hard thing for
Highlander
me. You're
quotes.
asking me one of the hardest questions. Like, you haven't seen. Have you seen Mallrats?
Yes.
Okay,
Pick this question.
because he knew me.
He knows the both of us is what
Yeah.
it is.
Fucking, the beginning of Mallrats or the middle of Mallrats or whatever, when they're like, okay, if you could be a superhero, who could you be? Brody's like reaction. Oh wow, who do I pick? And he goes on a 10-minute spiel.
Yeah,
That's asking me which one to pick. So like, I mean, Batman off the top of my head.
All right.
But other than that, it would be like fucking Martian Manhunter, fucking Wally West.
Here he goes. I asked
Fucking
for one goddamn character.
motherfucker. Why'd you ask this question if you knew?
Because I
Goddamn
wanted
it.
to see you squirm.
Ugh.
All right, next question. Is cereal a soup?
No,
No, you don't think so?
no, it's not a soup.
Why not?
Because it doesn't get heated up. It doesn't come in a can.
What is this?
And
one?
it
That's a
doesn't
good
have,
answer.
and
That's
it
a good
doesn't,
answer.
and most of it doesn't have any protein in it.
Gazpacho? Is that what it's called? Gazpacho?
Fuck, I don't know.
There's some kind of cold soup out there, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to say it ends with acho.
Right, gazpacho, but that doesn't, just because there's one doesn't make all cereals a soup.
What, Shorty? What do you think?
Because it only becomes soup like when you add milk. What if you don't add milk to it? Then it never becomes soup.
Right. Okay.
See, I don't even like cereal, so
Oh.
I know you can jot me down for -20 points. I don't give a flying fuck.
man.
I don't need to, because I'm not big on sugar. You know what I'm saying? Like I eat relatively healthy, so I'm gonna say no because
Okay.
I like soup. I
Okay.
do not enjoy cereal.
Okay.
So
Becky, is cereal soup?
No, because don't they consider other things cereal, like hot?
Oatmeal.
oatmeal.
Yeah, oatmeal and stuff like
I don't
that.
think oatmeal is
cereal.
considered cereal.
Not oatmeal.
It
What's the
is.
other one?
Is it?
Hot cereal.
Yeah,
Fuck, I don't know.
No, I like that answer though. That's a good answer.
it's not just milk and cereal.
I'm gonna give you all a point for that one. That's good answers for everybody,
All right.
even you, Shortimus.
Thanks, bud.
All right, what's invisible but you wish could be seen? Becky, we're gonna start with you.
What's invisible that I
Your
wish to be
fart
seen?
smells so I could walk away.
That's a solid fucking answer.
That was
a
my.
solid
That was
answer.
actually.
That
my,
was like where my head was
that
going. Like I wish I
exactly
could
was my
see
answer.
smells.
That way I
That'd
could
be like,
just walk away.
Yeah.
No
Fucking,
idea.
that's unanimous right there. That's unanimous.
That's unanimous?
Yep.
All right, everybody's getting a point on that one. Becky, you're getting 2 on that one because you came up with the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good answer. I liked it. All right, I already know your answer on this one, but we'll start with Shorty. Pineapple on pizza.
Fuck yes, dude. Fuck yes. It's so good.
Any specific reason why?
One, I just love pineapple. Pineapple's fucking delicious. I don't give a shit what it's on. I'll eat it. But no, I really enjoy the sweet and salty mix. You know what I'm saying? But oh my god. Fuck.
Absolutely.
Is this another unanimous?
That's another unanimous.
Yeah. Fucking everybody.
But I will take it one step further though. It makes it extra special when you got the barbecue sauce on the pizza.
Bro, this is my guy.
No,
Oof.
you get the pineapple, the bacon, the onion with the barbecue sauce. Oh, dude, it's
Damn, this guy's speaking my fucking language.
Is that your love language, Shorty?
That's it right there, bro. That's the type of pizza, buddy. That's the fucking type of pizza.
All right. Well, Becky, you are excluded from this next question because I know your answer. All right. You take a massive dumper. Do you stand and wipe or do you sit and wipe? Ryan, we'll start with you.
See, this is a loaded question because it's like not
Well, it's supposed to be unloaded. That's the point of it.
right.
That's
So
the point
I
of the
mean, you
wiping.
just unloaded, but this question is still loaded. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like one of those things. It's like one of those things where you're like halfway up, halfway down, but you're poking your ass out to make sure you get the whole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like
saying?
you're not doing a real stand up. You know what I'm saying? Because standing up, you're
It's-
like you're closing your fucking cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like one of these things. You're like.
Yeah, exactly right. Like you look like you're about to start twerking. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought was happening.
For those of you listening, Ryan just twerked and looked back in the mirror. That's what he did.
That's basically what it is. You know, you got to lean over far. You know what I'm saying? You're just
make
like,
sure
oh
it's-
man, this was bad. Oof. Then you also got to catch your breath and the smell just wafting up from the toilet bowl.
That's
Just
the secret to
hit.
twerking. Act like you're trying to wipe your butt.
Is that it?
See?
Is that it?
Yes.
The secret,
I
the
just-
secret,
that's what I
the secret's
saw
out.
right now.
Can you twerk?
No.
No. Okay, I was just curious. I wasn't gonna be sitting here like prove it. You know what I mean? No.
Oh, just for you getting up. I'm gonna give you a point on that one. All right, that was a good one. I like that one. I stand and wipe because I'm a fucking.
Did you stand
Neanderthal.
straight up like fucking?
Well, I don't put my yams together. Like
Well, how else you stand, dude, bro? Like standing puts your yams
It's your
together.
turn to twerk. Show us.
I'm not twerking.
That's what I'm saying. Like you stand up, bro. Your fucking butt cheeks clap together. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better term.
All right, next question. What is the weirdest smell you have ever smelled, Becky? We're gonna start with you.
No. I deal with a lot of toddler diapers right now. It's
Toddler
gross.
diapers.
But that's not weird.
Sometimes it's weird and funky.
Ryan, what's the weirdest smell you've ever smelled?
Oh man, My daughter popped one of those Orbeez bags, and it's got this. It's weird. It smells mad weird on the inside. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they use to package it with or keep that shit together, but that shit stinks, and it just smells weird. There's no way to even describe the smell.
What about you, Shorty?
Surströmming.
What is it?
It is the world's saltiest fucking fish. It comes in a can like sardines.
And what's it called again?
Surströmming.
Surströmming.
Yes.
That sounds like a masturbation.
You're right. But I mean, it tastes like absolute dog shit. It is possibly the saltiest thing you will ever eat in your life. If you like salty foods and you want saltier, that's it. And like it smell like fish itself smells weird. You know what I mean? Like fish doesn't have a particularly good taste, smell to it. But like this shit smells weird as fuck. Like it doesn't even smell bad. It just smells fucking weird.
I'm gonna chime in on this one.
All right.
Ryan, you're probably the only other person in the room old enough to remember this. Do you remember when Happy Meals used to come in a plastic, like a plastic rubberish bag?
Yes.
Those bags smelt funky as a motherfucker.
I think it's because they were halfway melted from the fucking steam of everything else. I think that's probably why it
I don't know,
fucking
but them
smelled like
motherfuckers
that.
were funky. Shorty, you get the point on this because of surströmming.
Yeah, fucking weird fish.
All right, Shorty, you're gonna start off the next one. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, it's meat between two bread. Yeah, fucking sandwich.
Okay.
I
Todd
don't-
Father.
I don't know, man. I'm just gonna say no. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's a meat between, I guess, one piece of bread that's folded over, I guess, but
Well, I mean, like you could use one piece of bread, you could use two. You know what I'm saying? Fucking. You got toppings on it, fucking condiments, fucking. I put condiments on burgers and shit.
yeah,
So that's a no from you, dog.
yeah, no.
Becky.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'd say it is. I mean, just
Judges are out on this one because I'm not completely sold as a sandwich.
Let's leave it up to the listeners. Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich?
Comment below.
Poll question.
Poll question.
Oh shit. Shorty's poll. What is something that everyone looks stupid doing? Start with you, Becky.
Whatever you all were just doing.
Talking about our fucking wiping problems, like that looks pretty stupid.
Oh,
All right, that's a good answer. Ryan,
what's the question again?
something that everybody looks stupid doing.
Let's Shorty go. Come back to me on this
All
one.
right. Shorty's got a...
Yawning.
Oh, yes.
Yawning. Everyone looks retarded while they yawn.
Do you ever fuck up somebody's yawn?
By sticking your finger in the mouth?
Yes, all the time.
Dude, like,
I do it to Autumn all the time, and she wants to fucking strangle me. She gives me that look like she wants to fucking strangle the lights out of me every fucking time I do it.
yeah, see, like, I don't do it to people because I hate it. Like, I'm really big on the, like, do unto others kind of deal. So, like, I don't do it to other people, but, like, people do it to me all the time. So, like, whenever I feel a yawn coming on, I, like, walk away, turn around, do something, dude. I'm like, fuck out of here. But, yeah, yawning's it, bro.
Ryan, what do you got on this one?
I will say, damn, I don't have any good ones left. I would say squatting when they're lifting weights.
Yeah, you can't squat gracefully.
No, never. Everybody looks super weird.
Like, if they're lifting weights or whatever, they look like they're about to take a huge... Like, if they're actually, like, start pulling, like, it looks like they're about to shit.
Yeah,
So,
it does. I bet they fucking wipe standing up. All right, next question. Ryan, we'll start with you. Where is the strangest place you've urinated or defecated? Oh, God. I like the chuckle.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
Look, man, I'm gonna be honest. I'll release anywhere. I don't care. Like, there is something liberating about going to the bathroom.
now, are you talking about
outside.
releasing or... Releasing.
Releasing, not releasing. Yeah. Like, I will relieve myself anywhere. I don't care. It's fucking liberating.
Well, when I used to smoke weed constantly, I used to smoke like constantly. I was playing games with the boys, and they all left, and I didn't feel like getting up. So I took the empty bottle next to me and just pissed in it.
Dude, that's
kept,
a college thing, man.
Kept trucking.
Damn.
Didn't want to stop the game. We were in a live game. There's fucking 10 of us in a live game. I didn't want to be the one to be like, hey, man, can we call a couple timeouts so I can go use the bathroom? So I just, like a champ, just took the bottle next to me and pissed in the bottle and kept it moving.
What you got, Shorty?
I pissed in the freezer at work. Not my current job, a previous job. I'm not going to disclose where it was or what I did or anything like that. That way it doesn't, hurt the business or anything like that. But I wanted to see like pee freeze on a wall, so I pissed. I pissed on the wall, the back of the freezer at work. Because we all joked about it. Like, man, how funny would it be if you just walked back and you just see like yellow fucking piss stained on the wall? And I'm like, that would be hilarious. I'll be back. And I fucking like dipped, dude, like right then and there. I was like, I gotta pee, so I fucking dipped.
All right, Becky, you're up.
I can't top that. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird as a girl to pee outside. Like, that's as weird as it gets.
All right.
One of my favorite memories talking about piss and shit. We were at me and a bunch of friends were at some like community pool or whatever like that, and we were just walking this huge trail they had around it, and there was wooded area off to the side, and my friend Rochelle was like, I gotta fucking pee. And I was like, okay, well, fucking the bathroom's like a quarter mile that way. She's like, no, fuck that. And she jumps the fucking fence, walks like 20 feet into the woods. I can still see the top of her head. She squats down, disappears for like 30 seconds, stands up and comes out. I was like, did you just fucking piss? And she's like, I had to pee. I was like, fucking baller, dude.
Hell yeah. Nice. All right, so our winner is, it don't matter who our winner is. The points don't matter.
Huh, weird. He lied to us.
I told you. Points don't mean shit.
They don't mean nothing. I just like feeling like I'm in a little bit of control for the moment.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for today, whatever fucking day it is.
Yep.
Our outer idiot of the day is Tony Antal. This is one of the wittiest guys I ever get to associate with on a pretty regular basis. Dude is aces. He's hilarious. He's a loyal listener. Thank you, Tony Antal. I appreciate the support. So, that's it, guys.
That's it.
In the meantime,
In betweens time.
remember, less gluten, less Putin. Cue the music. We out.